greetings and welcome to another collective reading. How are you feeling? Um, Last week was quite intense. I hope you're okay and well. Um, in terms of the collective, where we're not too different in terms of frequency, collectively speaking. I don't really feel we're gonna experience a difference only until the end of February, probably. And it depends on our individual choices throughout the end of this month, this last week, and throughout the beginning of February. So let's see what the collective chooses. So we're going to tap into the energy and see what are the messages that we need for now, for this moment. So there is a bit of a feeling of stagnation, especially on our foundations. Um, like this, there's no way we can go forward right now because, yeah, there are a lot of things that we need to address. There are a lot of things that we need to conclude, let's say. So yeah, I feel that the universe is giving us an opportunity to reflect on the things that we haven't quite um closed off, and yeah, it is a time of of opportunities to just clear these things, to just close off these chapters, to release emotions, to release old beliefs, stuff that we don't need. And we've been doing that for quite a while, especially in 2024 was a year for that. But yeah, it does feel like the ending of the cleansing to prepare us for a new journey, in a journey this year of manifestation. Um, yeah, this is a year of transmuting our old skin into new, a new rope, a new a new role, and yeah, to manifest, to start manifest from the heart, in a higher sense, of course. It depends on the work that each one of us has been doing, so we will reap what we sow. um yeah, so without further ado, let's jump into our foundation, the foundation of this reading and what is here for us. And we start with a pretty blocked root. So it is still um divinely blocked for our growth. Well, let's see what is here right now. We are gaining more and more awareness of our energy. Um, we are gaining more and more awareness of reality. So it is a time that asks us to slow down. We're still in the brink of winter in the northern hemisphere, and it's not actually time to do much. It's still time to restore our energy, to retreat, and to let all the potentials form within us, like really getting nurtured by earth, um really getting nurtured by darkness, which I know for some people is quite controversial if I say this, but yeah, this reality has both, encompasses both light and darkness. They are both needed. They are both, they are. So there's a lot of work that happens in darkness. Um, and we do need to take the time to let this inner work, this um yeah, this inner work happen within us right now. There's it is very important to take the time to also perceive reality and going really into this knowing that, because we all know, right? We all know that um the external is just a reflection of what's going inside us, that we create our reality, but we in the practical sense of life, we don't really apply this, right? It's like we don't really perceive this in a practical sense. What does that mean? It's like literally do not attach to the external, because you are creating it anyways, and everything that you need to know in order to go through in your path is within you. So the external in one way is just distraction. And right now it's a lot of distraction because this is a sacred time. Literally, like the energy, the universe, we just had on Saturday a very powerful alignment, right? So it is like the universe is giving us a gift, but the world is too fast. It makes us too distracted to listen to these cosmic voices, to receive these gifts. So it is really, really important that we create the time and the presence to listen to this and to detach a little from the external. Because right now it's really, really not necessary at all to have it as a measurement, to have it as guidance. We only need within. Okay. So that's the first thing. I just want to ask if we need clarification for this energy. We do clarification and some other advice, because this one is very obvious, that in order for us to harness, to use these energies in our favor, we need to slow down. We need to do exactly what the external wants us not to do. It's just slow down, don't distract yourself, stillness, quietness. That's what we need. I always say you want the present of the universe, so be present, because if you're not present, how the present is going to be delivered to you? It's not, because you're not present, right? You'll miss it. Okay, sorry, I was just adjusting. hear the video. So yeah, we have it's a very powerful time. It's a very powerful momentum, very supportive for us to go forth with the goals and our purpose, no matter how hard things are on the external, no matter how things are in our life, like the difficulties that we are facing right now, they're not random, right? They have a purpose. But if we stay still, if we stay still, not in a physical sense, actually, I do feel it's very important to move right now because it actually allows us to connect to the physical body. And through that, we can actually gain more mental focus. But this is the daily practice we need to implement moving forward, just to be present, to keep going, but in this very strong, stable, awakened way of being. And all the difficulties, all the troubles, worries, whatever, right now, they will be solved if you just have that strength and presence. Very nice energy. Okay, let's see here. We do have a very yeah, the base of the collective energy is very low right now and very stagnant and blocked, which is very interesting. But that's it. I do feel like with this message, right? I do feel it's for a reason. It's not that we are doing something wrong. It's actually like the universe helping us to slow down and stop. Of course, the external inorganic system is going to do exactly the opposite. It's going to push us to do, distract, be surrounded by noise, people, things, anything to make us, um, yeah. So it is very important to do this because otherwise we cannot fully create our reality. And the further we go in our ascension, the harder it is um, to create uh, from a place of forcing. You know what I mean? So it's really the time for us to learn how to flow with what our heart feels and learn more about the feminine way of manifesting. Definitely. Because there is a lot that we are currently purging and releasing in terms of emotions. There's a lot of dense emotions that we are being asked to let go of, to transmute. And yeah, the more we clear our emotional body, the better we will manifest. So, yeah, just allowing ourselves to just feel whatever comes to us without really giving much judgment or labeling it. I know it's hard, but it is what's being asked here. Um, because it's important to clear our emotions, like to clear, to just learn how to flow with them, not attaching to them, not identifying with them. And yeah, and in that sense, we will be able to start to feel this uplifting energy that it's starting to. And again, it's not something that it's pinpointed on a date or on a specific day at a specific hour. It's energy, right? It flows. So it's like a tide. Um, there's this range of hours that it is active, goes higher or lower, right? So the universe is starting to give us more of this uplifting, moving forward feeling, but you can only access it right now if you really stop and listen and allow yourself to just flow with the emotions that come through, that want to speak through you, that want to be seen, that want to be just recognized and let go of, you know. But there is this as we progress to spring, we start to get more in this. It's like we are approaching now because spring is like always, it's always every year it is a rebirth in a way, right? But yeah, for some reason, like this year, there's this constant flow of like letting go of the old, becoming new, letting go of the old skin, of the old self, of old parts of self, aspects of self, and becoming new. Always this back and forth movement we're going to experience. But if we do allow ourselves to train this capacity, this ability to listen during this month of January and February, we will be much more connected to the flow, right? And we did in the Temperance Temple, we did an activation of flow. So we would just intentionally create a connection and remove all the blockages that we have towards recognizing divine flow, cosmic flow, as you want to call it. So, yeah, let me just ask if we need any clarification for this message. No. Okay, let's move forward and let's see how's our action, how's our inner fire. Very, very blocked. Like it is what I sense of the energy is like we have a lot of things going on, of course, but like in terms of uh, there's two forces that are actually moving us forward in this ascension process, in this Yeah, which is like the cosmos, so divine flow, but also the sentient being, which is Earth, the planet itself. So Gaia um, is really deciding to clear and elevate herself to higher dimensions. It's already happening. It's been happening for um well for forever, but more intensely in the last 30 to 40 years. Yeah, exactly. It's so there's this um wish from Earth, from Gaia, to ascend. And we live here. So what do you think is gonna happen? We are gonna ascend with her, right? Um, and this process can be happening for each one of us in very different ways, right? That's why in some spiritual movements or whatever, they talk about this the split, right? It's a split in consciousness, and we can already see it, right? Like there are people that are fully aware of this and are living towards it, right? And um which I think it's your case if you're here. It's my case, definitely. But there are people that are uh, how do I put this? That are very disconnected from themselves, from God, from nature, and they're not choosing this path, and it's okay. It is what it is. We do have some form of free will, right? So, but yeah, the advice here is just to connect to Earth, to Gaia, to this reality, which I find it's very interesting because I was just connecting more into the energy of the last reading that came on the solar plexus of the collective, which was the goddess, and this idea of like, for me, the goddess is Earth, and that's yeah. And then we have this. You see, it's we need the cleansing. That's what make us go through, go forward in our journey. We need to clear all the things that no longer serve us, all the things that we already know are toxic, are slowing us down with love, and go through the portal of duality because we do need both things. We need a balance between the sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine, and the light and the dark, right? And this will enable us to activate our inspire action to manifest throughout this year, right? And to do this, we need to follow what makes us feel good. It's not in a lower sense of like this mundane physical pleasure, but in a higher sense, right? And we must just start to enjoy ourselves in this balancing act with all parts of self, right? Our masculine, our feminine, our shadow, our light, our ego, our higher self. Everything is needed for this journey to be able to happen. And it's a very interesting time where we're gonna experience more and more our change in the physical form, and how, for example, heightened awareness and psychic abilities are going to start to be more present in our day-to-day practical life. Okay. I was just asking if we needed confirmation, clarification for this. Let's go forward. Now, there is there is a lot going on emotionally. There is a lot going on emotionally. There is, again, this cleansing, this purging, this releasing, transmuting, all of this is happening within each one of us. Some people more, some people less, some people dealing with it much better than other people. But yeah, we're all going through it in one way or another. And there's, yeah, this feelings of stagnation. Oh my God, it's too many. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, you know, and there's, yeah, the countless times the moon popped up in this reading is quite interesting. At least it's the third time. So, full moon. Hmm? Sometimes when it pops up so like this, it's definitely about the next full moon. So I think it's gonna happen on the 13th. I think I'm not quite sure of it, but yeah, this is a culmination, right? And um it's interesting because she's not really moving, or right? When we think like when things are culminating, I always think about the ending of a TV show, like a season finale of something, right? But it's like she's there's no fight anymore. There's no, it's total surrender. She's resting, she's sleeping. So this is the thing, you see, it's like what the universe wants us really right now, it's to surrender the ways we think things need to be or should be, or how we should go through the processes we're going through right now, or how we should go through ascension. You know, it's just like let go of all resistance, because everything is taken care of. And if I'm if if God is going to give us directions, we must be ready, rested, to go for it, right? Like to listen to it, to receive the message, first of all. So not too busy to miss it. And at the same time, rested to maybe have that inspired action next. You know what I mean? But it's totally this, like the cosmic flow of energy is very, very, very positive. It's crazy positive. Is this manifestation that is assured. Like the universe is telling us, like, you're gonna manifest your dreams. Don't worry, but it's just in order to do that, you must be present. You must be, you must be, you know, not doing this, not fighting that, not showing off. No, no, it's just be. Just be. Because things are taking shape. I am like the universe is creating things, like it's creating the next segment, the next chapter for us. So it's a good time. Like that's the thing. It's like when we start to approach February, in reality, right? Uh, in the cosmic energies and flow and cycles, it is the last um, month, right? More or less, beginning of March. Also, again, energy doesn't start and stop in specific days, right? But it is this culmination that we are gonna experience. So in some sense, it's like the universe is saying just take a rest because we're gonna have a lot to do. Springtime, and it is important for us to accept all parts of self again, right? Like the all parts of self, light, dark, masculine, feminine, ego, shadow, higher self, all of it, because it's through that we start to flow on the outside. It's through radical acceptance and radical responsibility, of course. Yeah, it's very nice energy. Despite I do feel in our hearts we're a bit tired. We're like, yeah, haven't seen it quite manifest in the external, right? But this is the year where we start to see it. Not yet. Not yet, definitely. Not yet. But trusting it, right? So let's see here. Oh, yeah. Wait. Let me ask if we need. Yeah, we do. Let me clarify and see if we have any advice here for this. And in this resting phase, it's really this. You see, she has. I don't know if you guys can see it. The thing just blocks it. Gonna show it like this. She has hearts all over her body. Just really taking care of the physical body. It's really important because the physical body is gonna ascend with us. Did you know that? We're not gonna leave it. That's the whole point. It's to embody all the light within this physical vessel that needs also to be updated, upgraded, healed, right? So so it is important to take care of our physical vessel, definitely, and to take care of our heart, you know, because it's this thing to listen to it. And I do feel one of the advices here, it's really to listen to the golden frequency. I don't know if you guys know it, but um maybe I can try and leave a link below that you guys can access. But working with this frequency is going to be really positive throughout these times, you know, because it's this connection to the heart. It's through the heart that we access the higher realms. It is the portal that bridges the physical reality with the metaphysical reality. So it is this feeling again of like letting ourselves just be quiet, just be in the warmth, and let things unfold. You know, there's no need for masculine um action mode. It's not, the universe is talking about balance. It's not about doing anything, no, but it's about having a more receptive kind of manifestation. Okay. It's very, very important to meditate right now. Meditate daily if you can. Okay. To have time to be with yourself, to be in contemplation of life, or doing some introspection. You know, it's very important right now. And to see what's in your heart still, you know. It is like the universe wants us to level up, to start to implement these practices like meditation on a higher, more advanced level. It is this getting comfortable with vulnerability, you know, because we've been so programmed to think it is a weakness, and we react so much when things in life make us be vulnerable. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a great time also to practice this, just allowing yourself to feel, and just be raw and honest on how you feel, and just use that vulnerability to connect even more with your essence, you know, to be intimate with yourself. And practicing gratitude also will help us immensely right now. But you're really connecting to all these advanced practices of heart management, like yeah, like connecting to this portal we have, and really listen to it, because it's always speaking to us. You just have to create the time and space for it. Okay, let's move forward. We're going to see at the level of our communication, expression, truthfulness, what we have here. There is a lot, there was, and there is a lot of this very dense energy going around in terms of our collective expression, like how we are communicating even to each other. Of course, on the external, it's very obvious how this energy is being expressed and portrayed. But yeah, yeah, we are awakening to this reality. We are awakening to this truth that surrounds us, right? So despite again, it comes again, this message, like despite how things look on the external, don't give your energy to any of it, anything that instigates fear, doubt, confusion. Please beware and hold your intention and your attention, and don't give your energy to these things. Okay. Cosmologically speaking, we know that we are in a ascending positive period, right? So there is no way things won't get better. There's no way. But before they manifest or they show off on the external, there's a whole inorganic false system that will fall. And that transition is not going to look nice. Okay. The way we can protect ourselves, the way we can minimize the impact of that collapse in our lives is really to connect to God and to nature because they have the wheel, you know, they are driving the forces, not you, not me. It's in a way, yes, we do, but um it is just a flow that we all agreed upon and now we have to live it, which is very nice. But there is this kind of like, yeah, just allow yourself to awake. Just let things ring bells in your consciousness, you know. Don't just fall into what others are saying, what the narrative externally is, you know, because it's just to distract and try to create exactly that narrative. That narrative is not certain. It is not set in stone. It is not. It's not, you know. If we can retrieve our attention, can retrieve our energy from those kind of narratives that instill fear and doubt and confusion, we are already giving it less strength, less force, and it doesn't have much. So, because it's going against God in nature. So, you know, and it's the universe is asking us to prepare for this beautiful awakening that it's happening already and it will increasingly happen. And if you have any need for help, any kind of guidance, any kind of answer, just ask, you know, just express yourself. And it's not only like to the universe. Of course, you can also do that in your practical life with the people around you. Just be truly honest, you know, but also listen to what other people tell you, listen to what they're saying, because it's also important right now for us to discern where are they coming from where do they from where are they expressing themselves, you know, because a lot of people around us, they can also be agents of this fear mongering confusion narrative in our lives. It's not only like the governments or whatever is going on in America and everybody's like getting very, very scared and anxious about this. And I don't want to touch upon it, but you know what's happening in the world. But yeah, it's like, and also this idea like to just retrieve yourself from those things, to choose, to really choose, to really discern. What do you wish for? What do you want in your life? Who do you want in your life? What is the story that you want to create in your life? What is your narrative? I'm going to ask if we need any kind of. No. Okay. Let's move forward. Let's see. Yeah. Um, Last week, the collective reading was talking um, about this change that we're all going through, but also like this need to protect ourselves. Same idea right now with this, all these things that I said, right? Protect yourself through your own discernment. It's not that we need to protect ourselves because somebody is attacking us. No, actually, it's like I would like you to have this perspective of you protect yourself by using your energy in a sovereign, responsible way. Do you understand what I mean? I hope it's making sense to you guys, but I feel it does. And there was a lot of this idea of like cutting through the bullshit, right? We have no time for those things anymore. For lies, deception, manipulation, it's done. It's done. You know. Mm. And um, yeah, and where was I? Wait. Yeah, I was talking about cutting through the bullshit, and that's the only tool or the only weapon. Don't like this word at all, but yeah, we need is actually this: our sovereignty, our responsibility on what we focus our attention on. You know. Mhm. It's really this beautiful, beautiful energy of creating more and more confidence in your ability to create your own reality. Again, we go to this energy that came before the creation. It's time to create. And that's it. It's like you shift that through you from within, and then externally it will change also. But you have to trust it. And things that we manifest from the heart, they are not as quick to show up in material reality as things that we manifest from like our hands or just our mind, for example. It's really a very important moment to connect to yourself, to listen to what wants to come through from your intuition, from your heart, because we're going to be creating a new reality. And there's a lot of downloads that need to come through us, you know? Having like big ideas, big new ideas. The world needs big new ideas, big new dreams. And dreams can actually happen. Like they can manifest, and the universe is telling us like, oh yeah, just dream big right now, because and hold that dream, hold that knowing, because the energy is I don't know the word in English. It's just very conducive to for us to create what we want to create to from the heart, from that those dreams that we have there, right? So it's really like we've done so much, and it's also one of the messages that comes through is just like just look at your progress, just look what you've done in a year, you know, since the spring. It's a bit like we're approaching February, and that's the month where we should really reassess was going on, not December, you know. Energetically speaking, December was not the finishing, it was not the conclusion. The conclusion is going to be now in February. So it's really like to have this realization of the progress you've made, and also like, yeah, just to remain open to receive, right? Because it's not only what we've been doing, it's also how we've been allowing ourselves to open and trust the flow of life. Everything will come together. So, everything that we went through, that we still are going through, it's necessary. That's actually a gift. Let me see if we need clarification for this part of the message. For our vision, no. Okay. Let's see. What is here in our connection to the divine? My shuffling skills are no good today. These cards are to be for my small hands. That's it. What do we have here on the level of connection to the divine? Yeah. Yeah. It's like, let's go on this adventure. It's literally that. Let's go. Night of Stars. It's really about this. We are here for a reason. We are here to create the new. We decided to come here. We chose to come here. We have a mission and we are the pioneers. We decided to go forward in the beginning of this shift in energy. So it is quite challenging, definitely, but our souls crave for this. They want this excitement to create the new in a world that is apparently collapsing a system that was in place for centuries, that was abusing, enslaving all of us. So yeah, it's just like if we allow ourselves to feel within our hearts, we won't to feel within our hearts, we won't feel any sort of fear for this experience, for this transformation. You know, it's just like feeling inspired by it, actually. Is really what we're being called to do. It's the moment of balance, of living life through your spirit, through your soul. And in that sense, there's an equilibrium between your inner and your outer self. And that's the alignment. And that's the key for us to unlock the higher frequencies that need to come through and upgrade and update our physical body and our light body and our mind, everything, you know? And this is the key. This is the solution. This is the purpose. We are here to manifest dreams. Because this reality is a dream realm. also, a physical one, which is quite cool. Sorry. Okay. Let's finish off with some messages from our galactic families from within. Let me see. Quite nice vibe, actually. I was like feeling, yeah, yesterday was quite intense, but yeah, exactly. This is what we need. Wait, I don't know if you guys, I'm not looking at myself, so I don't know. Sometimes inner resources, this is it. That's what we're unlocking. That's what we need. We don't need anything else. Everything that we need is within us, you know? This is what we need to unlock right now. And we unlock, as I said in the beginning of this reading, through stopping, slowing down, stillness, quietness, silence, all things that most humans are super afraid of. So just cultivate that, practice that, and you'll be able to access your inner resources, and they will work beyond your external resources. You know what I mean? One last word from our guides from the external, stars, galactic. What do we need to know to clear, to close off and clear off this reading for, I don't know, for when it makes sense. Yeah, let's say for this week. What else? Right? It's just so interesting. Uh, yeah, it's like it says, trust, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Yeah, almost virtually impossible. It has to be on my face. Okay. Yeah. So trusting the timing, the divine timing. I know most of you feel like nothing is happening. Am I doing something wrong? Am I not doing what I'm supposed to do in order to go forward, to change my life, to gain my rewards, whatever? But everything is unfolding as it should. And yeah, it's like, don't worry, be happy. But everything is so beautifully being so beautifully orchestrated, you know? We won't miss it. The only way we miss it is if we're not present. you know? So just enjoy yourself, enjoy your energy for now, to trust this timing, to not let all these external things like also impatience, comparison, competition, all these things disturb you. Okay. And yeah, and it makes sense, right? Surrender to surrender to sweetness. Exactly. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Really nice. Oh, great advice. And just to finalize, I'm going to read this one, okay? For us to close off the reading. Oh my God, where is it? Yeah. Again, this idea of the receiving, manifesting through the feminine energy. The feminine way to manifest is to receive. So it says, this is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever abundant feminine take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder, to get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer and which you have within you when your well is full. The ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus, and in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. Time is our most precious resource, and it's the greatest healer. If you've been all work and no play, this is a sign to take some time out, to reconnect with your lover, play with your children, and give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. Disconnection from the sweetness causes more pain than we realize. So many of us walk into soulless buildings 5 days a week in the name of survival. We strive to build the life of our dreams, but drive ourselves to exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focusing on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. Yep. Okay, we got it. We trust the timing and we surrender to the sweetness of life right now in order for us to connect to the cosmic flow of Mother, Father, God, and just go with ease and more temperance in our lives. So, yeah, it was a very nice reading. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I see you on the next one. We're going to start the, the month of February with a Prudence Monthly. If you guys are interested in one of our memberships, check out our Patreon. And yeah, we see you on Prudence Monthly, starts on Sunday the 2nd, and we're going to do it later, I think at 8, but then you can check out on our social media about the dates for February. It's a very interesting month. Also, for the Moon Day, which will happen on the 10th of February, we're going to work on forgiveness. And very important topic. Yeah, and if you want to join us there to just gather with like minded individuals, do some energy healing work, shadow work, yeah, just check out our memberships on our Patreon and subscribe to the Temperance Temple. You have access to a lot of things and, yeah, to help you live a life of more moderation and balance. So, see you on the next one. Bye for now.